Ask me the hard-hitting questions.
This week on 60 Minutes, we reported on the WNBA, and we interviewed Caitlin Clark.
The rookie who revolutionized women's basketball, Caitlin Clark, just astonished the sports world with her future decision. In a heartbreaking Instagram post, Clark finally broke her quiet after weeks of rumors and silence. However, what actually took place behind the scenes? What does this signify for the Indiana Fever, the WNBA, and the global future of women's basketball?
Now, playing for the Indiana Fever, she's ushered in a new wave of WNBA fans. TV ratings and attendance have skyrocketed.
Finds Clark from the logo.
You know how crazy these crowds get, though, when they see that logo 3.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Feels good to hit those?
Occasionally, it's not too bad.
So how, seriously though, so you got the ball in your hand.
Yeah.
You're crossing midcourt. What's the decision making? Pass, pull up, how does that work?
Caitlin Clark went from being a collegiate sensation to a WNBA household name in just 1 year. For the first time in 8 years, she transformed the ailing Indiana Fever into a postseason team, broke 62 records, and attracted record-breaking crowds.
That's an absolute dime.
And then after that, usually somebody picks me up, but if not, you just gotta launch it and hope for the best, you know? Hope it goes in, you let it fly. That's what people love. So you gotta give them what they want.
Clark broke down the mechanics and biomechanics behind that signature shot.
There we go. Okay.
It's the same motion, basically, right? But you're just using more leg?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I'm not, people probably wouldn't consider me very big to play in the WNBA. Like, I'm not quite 6 foot, like, not the strongest. So I think just, having good balance is definitely the most important thing. I think a lot of really good shooters would probably tell you the same thing. But yeah, using your legs, like, it can't be all upper body, it's gotta be your legs.
The Fever wasn't the beginning of her adventure. Clark broke Pete Maravich's all-time NCAA scoring record and elevated women's basketball to a national level during her memorable final year at Iowa. It seemed fated when Indiana was selected first overall.
Caitlin Clark, last night, finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time. Because we could talk about her WNBA season, and we will, but her final season at Iowa was something to behold, and she went right from that into the WNBA season. I mean, right away. As soon as her college season ended, just days later, she was drafted by the Indiana Fever. And I just remember being at the Combine in early March. That was the talk of the town. In addition to what we were seeing out of the Pacers and the Combine being there, it's like Caitlin Clark's coming here, the Big Ten.
Clark didn't just adjust as a rookie, she was dominant. An assist record that revolutionized playmaking, 2 triple-doubles, and a rookie three-point shooting record. Analysts likened her composure to Larry Bird, her vision to Magic Johnson, and her range to Steph Curry.
Defenders on the handoff go with Caitlin Clark. That's why Aaliyah Boston can make that spin move and attack the basket. So the impact of Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell on the floor opens things up.
I miss doing women's sports with you. We don't get to do it as often as we used to. So here's the thing. Caitlin Clark is going to be fine. Yeah. Okay, there's 2 things that stand out to me. She just played this team, right? And so she understands the athleticism, the footwork, the speed of Dejanay Carrington. And she's just in her 4th WNBA game as a professional athlete. Even as a rookie, she's been guarded by the best players so far. She's still drawing double teams, and I thought Indiana did a better job of playing fast. I thought in her first few games, too much pound on the rock. This is not Iowa Part B varsity version. This is WNBA basketball. She's moving faster. Her teammates are doing a better job of finding her. She's getting looks off the move where she doesn't have to work as hard. And so it's only up from here. This was a great sign. Her most efficient night, turnovers were down.
Let me just say this too, because we're talking about the Indiana Fever, and we have the Pacers that are playing in the Eastern Conference.
However, fame also brings scrutiny. The target on her back rose in tandem with Clark's star. Rivals started to emerge as rivals put her fortitude to the test, and fans analyzed every action she made.
ESPN are showing the game last night in which the Fever got swept by the Connecticut Sun last night. They showed a montage of her year. And they showed a montage of her year when she passed Pistol Pete Maravich. She owns the record for most points scored men's and women's Division I. And she set every record you possibly can set for Iowa, for women's basketball.
Then there was quiet. Following the playoff defeat of the Fever, Clark vanished from social media. There were rumors that she was going to Europe. Would she pursue larger contracts elsewhere, or was her rookie season just getting started?
Super excited to be here. I've never had to give an opening statement before, so this is a first for me and a large crowd. But like I said, I'm super happy to be here. Thank you, the Fever, the Pacers. This is a dream come true. Like, these are the moments you dream of. Obviously, Tamika Catchings is here. Like, that's pretty incredible. Somebody I grew up idolizing. Yeah. But like I said, after I got drafted, like, I can't think of a better place for myself to start my career. A place that loves basketball, supports women's basketball, and an organization that really does things the right way, has championship pedigree. So I'm just very thankful that they have a belief in me. And obviously my parents are here today. My two brothers aren't here. My little brother had to go back to school. He actually missed his flight out of New York City after the draft. So I think he did it on purpose, but thankful for them, and, you know, couldn't be happier to be here. So thank all of you for coming, and I can't wait to get started.
Fans had anticipated that Clark wasn't finished yet, and her announcement confirmed that. She intends to remain here. She has already permanently altered the WNBA in just one season by setting records, packing venues, and demonstrating that women's basketball can be an entertaining sport worth seeing.
Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me, and we'll be able to get along just fine. So, question is, you didn't have to turn pro. I kind of thought you would no matter what, but how much did Indiana have the number one overall pick because of the things you said and the driving distance to Iowa, just everything? I'm just wondering what role that might have played.
Yeah, it definitely played a huge role, and I actually played at the exact same time as the draft lottery on the night it happened. I'm not sure exactly who we were playing, but I was hoping that Indiana got the first pick. It would have made my life a lot better. So when I saw that, I was pretty excited. And, you know, obviously that's not every single reason of, you know, why I wanted to.
However, the story doesn't end there. The next chapter will be defined by rivalries with Kennedy Carter, Ryan Howard, and Angel Reese. Can Clark win a championship with the Fever? Can she surpass the three-point record held by Sabrina Ionescu? And will she able to cope with the demands of becoming the WNBA's new face?
Flagrant number 2, Kennedy Carter. This one has received more headlines and attention than maybe any other play in the entire league this year.
Okay.
All right. There's been plenty of dissecting about their relationship. Certainly we talked about it in this show, that Kennedy Carter has in the past. What a great year for her, by the way. Probably could get comeback player of the year. That she has in the past made some questionable decisions when it comes to keeping her cool. In fact, I'm pretty sure she leads the league in flagrants, or she did at some point. In fact, she's got 4 flagrant fouls this year alone. She's a bit of a chippy player.
Okay.
I think we can all agree this was not a basketball play. Caitlin Clark said so herself. That wasn't a basketball play. Looked like a lot of frustration. Looked a bit retaliatory based on a play that had happened earlier where Kennedy felt like Caitlin was hit her and fouled her hard as well. We've already agreed that that one was not a basketball play.
There's no denying that Caitlin Clark's influence extends well beyond basketball. She is a movement rather than just a player. And her narrative is only getting started.